Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to this week's Crypto Corner. I hope you all had a wonderful week. I was not available for the Crypto Corner webinar last week, so let's go through what has happened in the last 2 weeks and see what the focus is for the next coming week. Right, first and foremost, before we get started, check out our contact details in our channel here. You can find the contact details on any of our YouTube videos. Let's just have a look here. So if you just open any of the videos here, you will find our contact details as well as our social media pages. You'll also find the timestamps for the pairs. So if you're not interested in all the pairs, you can just go to the specific one that you are interested in. So that's how you can benefit with that. So this is the website where you can get more information about our services. Talking about our services, our next course is going to be on the 30th of November. So we have decided we're going to have the last one for this year. It's going to be from the 30th of December. The current course is underway and will run until the following week. It's a 2-week course. So that is the current one that is currently running there. Check out our Twitter page. You can follow us there on Twitter and check out all the charts and all our posts on Twitter, as well as our Facebook page. If you like the Facebook page, then you will get the updates of the charts that we post. Let's go right into the market analysis. I'm starting with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, I'm starting it with the higher degree structure on the higher degree on the daily. Let's look at it on the daily. This is what we've been looking at on Bitcoin. We've been looking for this to come and make a flat here. After making this move to the downside here, and that move that came down in 3 waves, this is down in 1, 2, 3 waves. So it came down here in 3 waves. So that's W, that's X, that's Y. 1, 2, 3, same degree. Instead here it's A, it's B, and the C. Okay, so if we're going to get this as a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, so this actually should not be a C, should not be a C here. It's just need to correct that here. So the A is this move, the B is this corrective structure, and the C is this move here. Now, we don't know if this C move is done as yet, so we'll be looking at that now shortly. So after this, we'll expect that we have another move similar to that around that area. So whether this becomes a WXY or an ABC will be dependent on the structure that will start the move here. So we can have something like this. So the overall structure here in the higher degree will be something like this. It will be the 3 waves that's coming down here in the red, the 3 waves that's coming up here in the yellow. So that is X degree there, and then you're going to have this one. I'm out of space here, so that is the structure. Now, we are currently in this structure, and this is where I'm going to focus on here. What is the next move here? So we are looking at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this the end of the 5, or is this actually the 1, 2, and we're only going for a 3, and this is our 4, and we're still going to go for a 5? Looking at the rest of the cryptos and the way they're dropping, it looks like we're still going to have this one as a move to the downside. So let's come here and look at this structure in the lower degree on the 4-hour and see what is happening there. Let's look at it on the 4-hour. So the 4-hour has not quite confirmed that drop as yet, but we will look at the other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple. Those look like they're already dropping. So here is that wave 4 seemingly looking structure. So we're going to have this one as a 1, 2, 3. Is this the end of the move? Are we going to get this? And then upside. Now, we need to see that confirmation first. So there's a possibility that that is the structure that we're going to get, and then we will get that as a wave 4. Or the wave 4 has already ended, and the current move is 1, 2. And we're looking for this one as a lower degree 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if that is the case, that means we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, so just to show you what the structure looks like on our website and the forecast, let's go to the cryptocurrencies. The rest of the instruments are forex pairs, commodities, as well as the indices. This is only available for members if you come to the website. So if you don't get access to this, that's because you are not subscribed as yet. So let's look at the cryptocurrencies and we'll look at Bitcoin. So this is going to be showing you the forecast for upside. So this is the upside forecast. So the assumption here is that this is a 1, 2, and this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 structure here. Okay, so we need to see if that is the case. But if we look at the rest of the structures, let's look at this. How are we going to know that this is going to continue to the upside? If this confirms here upside, then we're going to be taking this trade to the upside, and that's going to confirm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But otherwise, if we get a sell set up here, we're going to change our view here and expect one more up before we start buying to the upside. We have got a trade set up on Bitcoin that we bought here, has not gone anywhere. Instead, it has just made this corrective structure, and that looks like it's going to push to the upside. Let's look at the rest of the cryptocurrencies. Ethereum. So this is what I was talking about the other cryptocurrencies having already started the moves to the downside. So that is likely, it is likely that Bitcoin will also continue to the downside. We've got this move to the downside on Ethereum. It's impulsive like this, and I'm going to use a different color here. We've got 1, we've got 2. Now internally here, we've got this one in the lower degree, 1, 2. This could be a complex correction here. Could be getting this one here as a move down and a move to the upside like that. So that means on Ethereum, we'll be looking for this move to continue lower. The whole rest of the structure will look something like this. That is the whole structure that we'll be looking at. So very interesting. So currently we're looking for downside on Ethereum. We should see continuation to the downside as well. So that's what we're going to be waiting for on Ethereum. We're getting continuation to the downside. It looks likely. So Bitcoin should also follow that, and that it also has a three-way structure. So likely that we're going to see that move to the downside on Ethereum. Right, Litecoin. So this is why I'm expecting Bitcoin to also push lower. So Litecoin has made this move here. This is a move to the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's correcting in 3 waves, and it is now making a move to the downside with this impulse. So this one should continue lower, at least back to this level, and maybe even lower. So we'll be watching for Litecoin to come around this level. Right, that is Litecoin. Ripple also showing weakness, as you can see. After this 5-way move, it also made a 5-way move here. 5-wave move down here, 3-wave move to the upside. Are we going to get this one to make another 3 waves down here? If it comes down impulsively, this is going to break lower. But if it corrects deeply here, something like this, we may get another bounce before coming down, and this makes a flat correction, and this becomes an A, B, C corrective structure, and this is going to be a leading diagonal in wave A. Let's draw that leading diagonal properly so you can see why we're saying that it's a leading diagonal in wave A. That is a leading diagonal. Something like that. All right, so that is what we have. That will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 leading diagonal A, B, and the C. This, we don't know if it's going to make a deeper one or flat one, or if this is all a correction. But if we're going to get an entry here, you take the trade here and you manage it accordingly. Right, so looking very interesting. Ripple looking downside. Let's see how it goes in the next coming sessions. Let's look at Bitcoin Cash. This is Bitcoin Cash versus Bitcoin and not the US dollar. Let's have a look at that. That's Bitcoin Cash. Right, so that is Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is also showing weakness. This move actually starts here. We've got a move up here, we've got a move down. This is actually a corrective move. We'll be expecting this to drop from here, pull back, and then downside. So that whole corrective structure will be something like this. An A, B, C corrective structure. That B is this whole move. So we'll be looking for this. So look out for a trade setup here. When this breaks lower here, you'll be looking for this one to come down here on Bitcoin Cash. Right, Satoshi Vision, there is Bitcoin Satoshi Vision. Let's have a look at this. This is already looking bearish. Right, so looking at this data again, this also starts from here. This is a pulsing move. Looks like we are correcting here like this. We may get a bounce and then upside. So the structure will be something like this. A, the whole thing is a B here. You've got a lower degree here. Let's use a different color here for this. That will be a purple 1, 2, and 3. This will be a white degree here, 1, 2, and 3. So you've got ABC in purple flat correction. The purple is a flat as well, ABC. You've got something like that. And then you've got your white degree even lower. That is A. We'll put in brackets there, B. So there's a likelihood that you get a bounce here to complete this C here on the white degree before we get the purple downside. Let's watch how this goes here. Otherwise, if that does not happen, that means this is all a correction and we're coming down. But it's very likely that we get a bounce here on the Satoshi Vision. Zcash has also made a 3-wave move. It's 3 waves up here, 3 waves back, and 3 waves up. Although this one is getting an overextended leg, this is already making a push to the downside as follows. We've got this as a running flat. Let me just pull this one back so we can see the whole structure. So we have this one here as a running flat. Let's mark it accordingly. That's a running flat. 1, 2, 3. That's ABC. 1, 2, 3. That's another structure. That's WXY. Now we'll be looking for this one to do another 1, 2, 3. So that will be WXY structure. So we're coming down with this one here. At some point here, we're going to get a deeper corrective structure where we can sell this one much lower. All right. So just 1 second, guys. Right, so that is the structure that we're going to be looking at. So at some point here, we need to get a deeper corrective structure that will take us down to complete the Y here on Zcash. Monero. Let's go to Monero. Monero is looking pretty bullish. This is another pullback here. This is a flag. Just expect continuation to the upside. Let's look at the bigger structure on Monero. Let's look at the daily. So on Monero, this is the bigger structure here. Looks like the Bitcoin structure, except this one has already broken the top here, but we still see that this one can still make a push to the upside. Even if the downside is going to come, we need to see a push to the upside. Currently, we're seeing continuation to the upside. Let's look at and see if this is still going to go up. So it looks like we are now ready to have this pattern come down here. We'll be checking this in the next coming session to see if we get that a structure like that. This is 0. Obviously, you won't go below 0. Let's see how this plays on Monero. Tron. Let's look at Tron on the 4 hour. Let's look at the 4 hour on Tron. Now, if you look at the 4 hour on Tron, we are still continuing to the downside. We've got 3 waves down. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. We've got 3 waves back. That's 1, 2, and the 3. Now, what do we expect? We're expecting the same thing before any move to the upside. So we should get a WXY structure. So at some point here, we will see this bounce here. Where will that bounce come? We will see, the indicator will tell us when that bounce comes, and then we're going to have this and then upside. That is Tron. Dash. All right, Dash looks to be making this a running flat structure like this. That's the running flat. It's coming down like this, continuation pattern to the downside. So we'll be looking for this one to continue lower. That's 1, that's correction, continuation to the downside. How far will that go? Let's have a look at the rest of the structure. You can take it as far as this low here. So we had 3 waves up here. Now it's coming down with another 3 waves with a running flat here. So it can come back and retest the low here. So keep an eye on this one. We could be going down. Medium term bearish on Dash. Omisego. Let's look at the Omisego. Right, Omisego. Simple structure really. We've got a pulsing move up here. After the big move to the downside, we're coming down here with a 3-wave structure. This looks like it's going to make a bounce here. make a bounce before dropping to the downside. Then we'll have this as a structure like this. That's A, B, C structure, right? So that will be a lower degree A, B, and a C. For now, we're not interested in the rest of the structure. We're just interested in the next available move here, which is upside here. When we get here, we're going to check, are we ready to bounce, to drop? Then we'll see that indicator will confirm for us at every level. Golem has made this 1, 2, 3 wave structure. That's a flat, stopped impulsively. Look for it to continue to the downside. That is Golem, and then Binance. Binance, we've got a pulsing move down, and we have got this 3 wave structure going up like this. We'll be looking for this one to push higher. So this is a continuation pattern. Let's see if this is going to confirm upside, of which we will expect either a retest of this or a bounce before pushing up higher. Then that will be an A, B, C corrective structure, which will expect continuation pattern to the upside. Right, so that is a Binance Link. That is the last one that we're going to be looking at. So Link, it's not showing aggressive move to the downside, but structurally that is the expectation. There are 5 waves to the downside, and they look to be coming down in a diagonal format. And then after that, we're seeing a 3 wave structure. Are we going to get this one to come down like that? So we can get this one as another 1, 2, 3 pulsing move up and then downside. So this becomes a flat correction with 1, 2, 3 A, 1, 2, 3 B, 5 wave C, and then we look for downside. Then the bigger structure will be A, assuming that this is a diagonal, A, a big B, and a C. Right, so what do you look for? You look for continuation patterns to the downside. That's all for this week, guys. Don't forget to leave your comments, suggest other pairs that we can look at during the webinars. I'll try to keep it under 25 minutes. We'll respond to your comments and we'll look at your suggestions as well. Don't forget to hit the bell notification button so you can get an alert next time we post a video. Thank you very much for attending. Have a great week, everybody. Cheers. Bye-bye.